Out of all places, you would think a heist this big or a scheme, whatever you want to title it, can go down. Subway? Really? I'm not even going to read y'all the description, bro. Let's just get into it. Just know that they caught him red-handed, bro. Let's run it. Look, before I press play on this, if you're new here and you watch this through, all I ask is, bro, you sub up and join us. To my squad, make sure y'all run the likes up and let's get into it.
6-inch roast beef and cheese with Swiss.
Turn around. Turn that way.
It's no way the Nah, bro, it's no way the cop really tried to play as a customer and order food before arresting him. Is he wearing he has to be wearing his uniform. Y'all see the body cam on, right? If there was some type of device that can read the emotions of somebody, out of everybody on planet Earth, I would want to know how he's feeling in a situation where he has to serve food to the cops, knowing that he's stealing over $10,000 from the subway.
That way. Turn that way. Face that way, please.
Oh, nah.
Thank you very much. Ladies, it's going to be a moment for your sandwiches. I do apologize.
Look at that, bro. That's a full-blown sandwich. It's no way he's about to let that go to waste, right? Nah, he's for sure eating that and arresting him. Oh, man, it's a bad day for you.
This in no way, shape, or form reflects poorly on Subway. I hope that you guys do eat fresh and you enjoy your meal. Thank you, sir. Come on, please. Any knives or anything on you, bud?
No.
Someone will be right out to help you.
No, she is real close to the store.
She'll be right back. See you in a second. Step on. Step on. All right, we are going to park right over here for a moment. (603 Delta 1050). Watch your step. 1015, same location. If you can, send Row Patrol for transport.
I mean, if this was an innocent person, bro, would you not be pleading your innocence and a little pissed off? The fact that he's just quietly letting, I mean, look, it's an unmarked car too. The fact that he's letting them take him and arrest him this easily, bro, it's obviously not an admission to guilt, but it's for sure something I noticed. It's just odd to me that he hasn't said a single word of why he's getting arrested, what's going on, what did he do, what's the crime. He didn't question any of that. He's just already pleading his silence, bro. He's just already being quiet. Obviously because he knows he did this shit. But damn it, you could have said something to make yourself a little more innocent. Red-handed is in the title and in the description though. Meaning he probably knows that he's so cooked to the point where nothing he can say can make him seem less guilty. Because if they caught you red-handed, that means they probably got video proof of you doing this. Hold on.
If you would just lean against that for a moment. Thank you, sir. Anything on you that I should know about?
No, just my cell phone.
Okay, nothing that's sharp, or I don't have to worry about being stuck. I've been stuck before as a reason. Some cash falling out of your pocket. Looks like 25, and put it right back here in your pocket, all right? What about these keys?
That's one store key.
Store key? Okay, I'm going to make sure that I leave that here, all right? What's in here?
Nothing.
Not getting fresh. All right, looks like more cash. Got a lot of zippers, man. Not getting fresh.
What are these trash ass pants? What is this fit? Was he trying to represent two countries at the same time? Two continents? Two separate sides of the ocean? Y'all know how the ocean splits, right? And a part of it is like bluish and the other part is brownish. Was he trying to what is this? He needs all them zippers for all the money he's stealing, bro. I've never seen somebody wear pants like this. My eyes hurt just from looking at these pants, bro. Are these stylish to y'all? Not to me. Bro, this looks like a pair of pants you would draw on a cartoon character.
I was asked by another detective to pick you up and detain you so that he can have a chat with you. If you would, just give me a few moments, all right? Can you sit still with this gentleman for a moment? I need to go grab my Miranda card real quick.
Sit over here on the curb.
Okay, let me...
Another detective said to come and get me.
Yes, sir, he did.
Can I ask why?
He knows all about it. It's not my case. But just in case you do want to chat with me, I'll get you a Miranda card real quick so you understand.
Nah, I don't want to talk.
Okay.
I just, before
Well,
she,
well, hold on.
Before
Before
she
you-
leave, I just want to give
Okay.
her like my stuff.
Okay, well, I understand all that.
And I want to call. I want to call someone.
Go and have a seat. Okay, have a seat.
Anything belongs to Subway?
He's got keys right there.
Yeah, but my house is over here.
All right, Mr. Lewis, I'm not asking you any questions, but I am going to read this to you. I'm reading a court of law. Did you understand all of those? Do you want me to repeat any of them? I'm sorry, sir. Can you say it out loud? Okay. I just want to make sure that you understood me and there was no misinterpretation. All right. Give us a few moments. When the employee gets here, we'll separate the keys. Make sure that you've got your personal stuff. All right.
I'll just explain to him that the detective's not used for problem cause.
Sergeant Powell, how are you?
Entitled to charge.
I am. We've got a second 1015 for Vera. He's going to be coming out to speak to him, but we just need to transfer him to the district. Yes, sir. You're down at Southern and Crestwood at the Subway. Eat fresh.
Now, Jake, you already made a police report with us, and what we're going to do is I'm going to swear you in.
Okay.
So everything you tell me from here is going to be the truth.
Okay.
Okay. So raise your right hand. You swear everything you're telling me is going to be the truth?
I do.
All right. So let's get started. Jake, briefly, what made you call us initially?
Well, I just started noticing the sales were lower than they should be.
Well, let's start off. What store are we?
Subway.
Okay, and you are the
Owner, yes.
And what is the address to the Subway?
12041 Southern Boulevard, Suite 2, Loxatchee.
Okay. And what day did you...
Again, bro, this is an aspect of greed, right? It says he stole $10,000 over time. We don't know how long that time is, but if it's given the context that it was enough for him to notice decline in the sales, like in the profit, I don't think it's that long of a time period. I mean, 10,000 is a lot of money, but like if you steal that in a time period of like 12 months, that's like $800 a month. You can probably get away with that. But if it's anything less, bro, it's noticeable. And let's be honest here. Who runs a business and wouldn't keep up with the most important integral part of it, which is the money making part, how much money your business is making you? I haven't seen this, but I can still sit here and tell y'all with confidence, this shit has something to do with greed for sure, bro. He got too greedy. It was either one time, maybe he was doing it good for a while and then decided to get a little extra cash one time, and that was the time he noticed. Humans are greedy by nature, super greedy. And if you can't control that trait, you're for sure getting caught in whatever you're doing, especially if it involves money and stealing.
What is the shortage?
Let's see what's been. Well, I've noticed the sales been down for a while, but last, 2 Saturdays ago would have been the 3rd. I went to the store and there was, opened the safe expecting there to be money and there was none. So that kind of got me thinking.
Lewis?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, take the beer, man.
I do.
Good. You?
Good, I'm always good.
You always good?
I'm always good, unless I'm sick.
All right, so you know why you're under arrest?
No, sir.
All right, I'm just going to explain why you're under arrest.
All right.
You already told my partner here you don't want to talk, but I will at least inform you what's going on, okay?
No, I didn't tell him I didn't want to. He was reading me to Miranda, and I was like, okay. I guess he wanted me to, converse about it, but the Miranda, I know, there's nothing you could really say, but
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You understood your rights in the Miranda,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
That just explains your
Yeah,
rights
of
that you
course.
afforded.
of course.
I don't know, but right before that you said, no, I don't want to talk. Was that in reference to what's going on, or you didn't want to talk to him in general?
No, when he was talking about, I was just waiting on him to read the Miranda. He didn't read me the Miranda then.
Oh, okay.
It's
So you wanted,
pointless to talk about anything.
so you wanted your rights read first?
Yeah,
before you decided.
not even, but it's like, we grown men. We don't got time to be playing around,
All right. So
What?
over the course of, I would say, 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
all right, you have been voiding out transactions,
Mhm.
taking cash from customers,
Mhm.
and it doesn't go into cash, the till.
And you know what's crazy? This is actually way more widespread than some of y'all think, especially if you've never been exposed to it, which I doubt, bro, because I've seen this in literally almost every industry, right? And it's funny because some people, for some reason, actually, let me change the word people, with retards and idiots, genuinely believe there's no corruption in the States. You are a fool. My point is, the amount of times, bro, you're offered the service or whatever you're paying for a lot cheaper. And we're not talking about like a considerable amount. Like if you're about to pay $100, they'll drop it to 90, 80 if you're paying with cash, right? Nah, we're talking about, hey, bro, you want to pay $100? Hell no, I'll do this for you, or I'll sell this for you for 40. Just pay me cash. And I'm not even gonna like go into too much detail besides the person is doing that for you, they're profiting a lot more, bro. To those of y'all that can pick up on why that is, good. If you can't, we're just gonna move on, bro, because I'm not gonna go into too many details. But that's what he was doing. Let's see.
You've been pocketing the money. So there's a lot of video matching up with all your cancellations. So your boss came to us and said, hey, I have Mr. Smith has 86 voided transactions over a 2-week period, which is far above normal.
Hello? Wait,
So
wait, hold on. Pause. Go right back. What did you just say? 2 weeks?
Transactions over a 2-week period, which is
A 2-week period. All right, this is beyond greed. This is just being a full-on fool. 86 transactions in 2 weeks. Are you slow? And it's so crazy to me because you can literally get away with this. And I don't condone his behavior, but he could have gotten away with this if he controlled his greed. If instead of 86, it was 10. But of course, he's not going to settle for that extra little cash. He wants more. He wants to make 10,000 in 2 weeks. Please say it ain't so, bro. Do not tell me he was avoiding that many transactions and made over $10,000 in 2 weeks, because that's what I heard out of this big ass dog from Tom and Jerry built sheriff, bro. He said 2 weeks is what I think he said. If so, we are looking at the dumbest criminal of all time, bro. Straight up. A toddler can do better than you, dog. Who what? Hold on.
far above normal.
Right.
So there's an allotted amount of voided transactions. You bring up applesauce or whatever, you're gonna void it out. You're voiding out a whole transaction, like 3 subs, 2 subs, and then in the video, when we correlate the transaction to the video, you see, you take the cash, you tell the people the card's not working, or the card's not working, whatever it may be. They give you cash, you take the cash, you go back to the back of the room, I don't know what's back there, and if they need change, you hand them change from wherever you got the change from, but it's not coming from the till. Okay? So then the manager started matching up because the profits were low, and these were all on days you're working by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So this is why you're under arrest.
Bro, genuinely, who can't think of that in this specific environment and situation? Like, for real, I'm being so honest with y'all. Who doesn't think this through in terms of you're the only person working at these times? Why the are you voiding it, bro? I wouldn't be surprised if he's voiding almost every transaction he gets and just putting 20% of it into the vault or into whatever he has to keep the money. You have to be a special kind of stupid to not consider that there's cameras above you, to not consider that you're working by yourself so you can't put the blame on anybody else, to not consider that you're voiding, like he said, entire transactions consistently and repeatedly. It's not just a matter of time. I mean, look, I'd hope you're at least smart enough to keep the cash somewhere that they can't grab. Because for you to do all this, to spend time in jail and to get all of that taken away from you, I can't even describe how small your brain must be. But then again, it's always these people that put themselves in these situations. Cause let me tell you something, bro, about stealing, especially from somebody who from the hand that feeds you, right? If you have that within you, you will never be trusted. You will never be allowed near anybody that can change your life, because you have one of the worst traits of all time, which is, like, it's a difference. Listen to my words. It's a difference from somebody robbing and stealing from a place they have no association to somebody robbing or stealing from their employer, from somebody who's literally employing them, from somebody who's literally providing for them. You have to be a piece of shit to do that. I'll be completely honest with you, straight up. Now let's find out more about this, man. Like I said, that trait will never take you far, ever, because anybody that lends their hands, their hand out to you, you're going to bite the hand soon enough. And eventually there's not going to be any hands coming to pick you up and coming to help you. Hold on.
Okay, do you understand that?
Sort of, kind of, yeah.
Sort of, kind of?
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
Okay. So, I mean, you read Miranda, so if you want to talk about why you're doing it, I don't know, maybe you're not getting paid enough or needing more money for your bills, and it's just like a side hustle to get some extra cash. I don't know. I don't know how you get to work. I know you have a suspended license, revoked license, right? So I don't know if you need money to get home, and this is why you're doing this. It's not a lot of money, because Subway doesn't. It's not like $100 bill.
Right.
It was like $20, $10.
Right.
And he did this morning too, because he was sending me a video this morning until the other employee showed up, and then the transaction stopped. So, do you have anything to say about that? Do you want to watch one of the videos?
Nah, I don't got anything to say. I don't.
And you know what's crazy to me? On top of all this is like not having an exit plan, bro. And it goes back to greed, because you're too greedy to exit. You're way too greedy to quit. Like, if he didn't get caught, he would have kept doing this until he got caught. He didn't like have a plan of taking out, this much money and leaving and bouncing town or cities or states or so. Like, on top of the act itself, which is theft, which is wrong, obviously, what's worse to me is stupidity, being dumb. And not dumb in like a normal way, bro, where you forget something or you do something the wrong way. No, dumb in something that you do like this, bro. Like, hold on.
I don't have anything to say,
Yeah.
It's just a universe, so I'm not really.
What does the universe have to do with it?
Universe what?
No, I'm just saying it's just the universe. Like, things happen,
Like, what things have happened?
No, I'm just saying, like, things happen. I'm not, I'm not feeling like, like, really, like, on some other type of time. I'm aware of what's going on,
Okay.
Huh?
Is there a reason? Is there like a reason that you have to do this, or is this just, you're just doing it? Listen, I understand, like, rent's expensive.
Right.
A lot of shit's expensive.
Right.
And I understand that working a job like that, and then you were also just got out of prison a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get a job that's gonna.
But
pay
nah,
your
it
bills.
ain't got nothing to do with that.
No?
Because if that's the case, if that's the case, I would have been back in prison for real.
You're about to be, bro. $10,000 is a lot. I don't know the charges or whatever, but that's not like petty theft, bro. You stole over $10K from this man. I'd assume the least he wants to do is to charge you with stealing from his business.
I went to prison for
getting the big rips.
No, I'm just saying, if that was the case,
Yeah.
that's not really the case. Like,
So then
you
what-
gotta. It's like I don't know what the I'm not saying I didn't do it. I'm not saying I did do it, but like, you gotta I know I'm a black guy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm overqualified for the job. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I just feel like, this, like I said, it's just the universe. Like, I wasn't, like,
And that's exactly why he's wearing those pants, bro, trying to represent two sides of the damn galaxies. Hey, let me get off this video before my head hurts, bro, because it's 10 more minutes of them talking to this idiot. I don't know what he's talking about, but that's exactly why he got caught, bro. This is just somebody who doesn't think shit through, man. And yeah, I'm gonna get off or I get a headache, bro. Let me know what y'all think about this, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. I'm out talking about galaxies in the universe. Shut up.